destabilize their strategic rivals. Ambassador Haqqani would indicate destabilize Pakistan, and through Pakistan, China. Is that what you foresee happen already in the coming years? I mean, we're seeing some military casualties on the AFPAC border. Would China also face some heat in the rest of Xinjiang region?
I think that Ambassador Mukhopadhyay is actually attributing to Americans a way of thinking that is just not American. They are not necessarily long-term thinkers. And I agree with him that they wanted to get out of Afghanistan all the way from 2008. In fact, I started my term as ambassador of Pakistan to the United States in 2008. And Pakistan's military leadership understood that the Americans are not going to stay in Afghanistan forever. The problem was that if they had started planning in 2008, for 2021, then there would have been something that would have been a serious plan, including the kind of things that Ambassador Mukhopadhyay is talking about having a strategic objective vis-a-vis China and Russia. I think America had a one-year plan each year for the last 20 years for Afghanistan. It was just not strategically important enough for the best American strategic minds to devote energies to Afghanistan. For example, the ambassador cited Alice Wells. She was an acting assistant secretary of state. Sending her to talk to the Taliban rather than somebody who reflected a bigger strategic view of things basically showed that this was bureaucratic inertia. We need to get out. Okay, the clock is running out on us, and the political masters want us to get out, so let us get out. So there was no grand plan, which is why the Americans are now scrambling to try and put together a grand plan. Will there be consequences? Of course there will be consequences. I think Pakistan will be destabilized, and Pakistan is concerned about it. That is why Pakistan wants the world to support their endeavor in Afghanistan without understanding that that's not how the world works. On the other hand, I think the Chinese are going to try and insulate themselves from radical Islamism by cutting some kind of a deal with the Taliban. Look, the Mujahideen, when they were fighting the Soviets in Afghanistan, at that moment, the Americans had a deal with global Islamist movements that the global Islamist movements will face communism before they actually do anything about America. And there was a kind of a hubris that they will never come after us, even though the Islamist movements, books and literature always talked about two evils, communism and Western capitalist democracy. When Al-Qaeda, etc., organized and said, okay, now we are going to do our second part of our global struggle, then again, there was hubris that this is a minor thing that can be handled with some cruise missiles shot out of ships in the Arabian Sea or the Persian Gulf. So the Americans have never had a long-term plan, and I'm afraid they still do not have a long-term plan to deal with radical Islamist extremism.